I'm Company President David Preston, and I'd like to welcome you to the Country Cooking family. We're glad to have you with us. As a new member of our family, we want you to think of the restaurant as a second home. Help us take care of it and the people who visit it, just as if it was your own home. I hope this video will help orient you to country cooking. If you ever have questions or ideas for improving our business, your manager or district manager and I are always happy to speak with you. Thanks, and welcome to Country Cooking.
If you think you took a job serving meals, think again. You aren't simply serving a meal. You're making memories. At Country Cookin', we pride ourselves on having good food and friendly people in a warm, relaxed atmosphere. For our guests, we want it to feel almost like home, just without the work of cooking and cleaning. Think about how you would act if you were having guests over to your own home. You'd be sure everything was clean for their visit. You'd greet them at the door and tell them you're glad to see them. You'd offer them a drink. You'd take care that the food you served was cooked just right and served right away. When they left, you'd invite them to come back again soon. Well, it's the same here at Country Cookin', and nothing is more important than you. Customers will respond more to your attitude and service than anything else about their visit. Want to earn big tips? Here's the secret: genuine, friendly service. Take good care of our guests, and they'll take good care of you. Let's start with your appearance. You've heard the saying, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Well, it's true. You start earning your tip the moment a guest sees you approaching. Think about it. Would you want this person serving you food? Now how about this? Look at what a difference your appearance makes. I bet you'd be happy to work with this person. She's clean, her clothes are not wrinkled, and fit properly. And most important, there's a real smile on her face, one that shows in her eyes. Here are some accepted outfits under the Country Cookin' dress code. Your manager or trainer will give you a copy of the dress code and answer any questions. Good service and good tips begin the moment a guest walks in our door. We want all our guests to feel welcome and at home here. We greet them with a smile and seat them as quickly as possible. If you can't help a guest right away, be sure to acknowledge their presence and let them know you'll be with them in just a moment. It's especially important to help our first-time guests to feel comfortable. Ask guests, "Are you familiar with how things work here?" Try to avoid phrasing that could offend regular customers, such as, "Is this your first time with us?" For first-time guests, include a red flag placement with their menus and follow the red flag procedure. This helps ensure that new guests know how to get the maximum out of their meal and feel comfortable with the whole dining experience. Your manager or trainer will help you learn the red flag guest procedure. The basics of great service at Country Cookin' come down to 4 simple statements. Make a personal connection. Have a friendly and enthusiastic attitude. Sell and tell. Invite your guests to return. As with all parts of your job, your attitude is most important. But there are some specific things you need to know to help your guests have a great dining experience. We call this the server sequence. Greet guests within 30 seconds of their arrival, taking silverware with you. Smile, say hello, and make a personal connection with your guests. Ask if you can start them off with some fresh brewed tea or a Pepsi. Then, ask if you may take their order. When taking orders, speak first to the guest on your left. Try suggestive selling by mentioning the feature item of the week. When the guest orders, be sure to find out how they would like their entrees cooked, what side order they would like, and any special sauces you can bring them. While taking orders, make eye contact, speak clearly, smile, and be polite. Continue making a connection. Once you've taken the order, invite guests to the favorites bar. Pick up menus and immediately turn in the order. Be sure to include your server number, the table number, time in, and section number on the check. Prepare drinks and use a tray to take them to the table. Once your guests return from the favorites bar, check with them to be sure they have everything they need and that they are happy with the favorites bar. Pick up your order immediately when it is ready. Check that everything is correct, and then serve the entrees using a properly sized tray. Then, pre-bus the table by removing unwanted dishes from the table. Return to the table a few minutes later to ensure that the entrees are prepared properly and take notice of any guest needs. Continue to check back, pre-bussing, refilling drinks, and anticipating your guests' needs. As they are finishing their entree, leave the check and assure them you will continue checking on them. If a guest has ordered a drink, offer them complimentary coffee. Just before they finish, thank them for coming and let them know you will be nearby if they need anything. Pre-bus the table and invite guests back by letting them know you hope you will see them again soon. Mention specific upcoming special events, or simply tell them you hope they will ask to sit in your section on their next visit. Always follow the 10-foot rule of hospitality. Smile and say hello to any guest within 10 feet of you. And remember, serve up. Immediately take out orders, yours and others. Fill up. Fill drinks for all guests. Keep an eye out for low or empty glasses. Pick up. Pre-bus every table you pass. Following these simple steps gives our guests the best possible chance of a happy and memorable dining experience, and you the best chance of a big tip. Despite our best efforts, sometimes things do go wrong. When something happens that makes a guest unhappy, how you deal with it is what's most important. You have the power to completely turn the situation around for the guest, simply by showing that you care and working with a manager to be certain the guest leaves happy. It's important that you take responsibility for the guest being unhappy without trying to place blame. When you find out something has gone wrong for one of your guests, apologize for the guest being unhappy, look for a solution, and immediately get a manager involved with the situation. You should also stay involved, unless told not to by the manager, and let the guests know you want to help make things better. As bad as it may seem, this is really just another great opportunity to make a special and positive memory for this guest. Of course, we want to take good care of our guests. We also need to take good care of each other. What you do affects every other member of the Country Cookin' family. Good teamwork helps all of us. Just imagine what it would be like if we didn't work together.
So much to do. You can help me out a little bit here.
No one wants to be part of this kind of atmosphere. It makes everyone unhappy, and our guests notice that too. But if we work together,
I need 3 Pepsis, sweet tea, and 2 coffees.
there are some specific ways we can support each other as members of the Country Cookin' family. We can all take good care of our guests and help others take good care of theirs by keeping an eye out for drinks that need to be refilled and tables that need to be pre-bussed. There's also more to doing a good job than just waiting on tables well. Each member of our team has section duties that help keep the dining room running properly. You will also need to seat guests and do other jobs as needed. When we close, each person has jobs they are responsible for to get the restaurant ready for the next day. Your manager or trainer will help you learn the specifics of how to do these extra duties. Your job will also change when promotions are being run. It's very important that you show enthusiasm for these to our guests. There may be times when you feel contests or other incentives for the guests simply cause more work for you. Remember, these promotions are designed to enhance the guest's experience and increase sales, both of which increase your tips. It's a win-win-win situation. As a family, we want to be sure everyone feels welcome and comfortable. Harassment of any kind is not tolerated. You will receive a company policy on harassment to read and sign. Country Cookin' has a zero tolerance for employees who make other employees or guests feel uncomfortable. We're in the restaurant business, so I know it's not going to surprise you to hear that good hygiene is essential. You must follow the proper sanitation procedures, securing loose hair, and being sure to always wear clean clothes. And of course, you must follow the proper procedure for washing your hands, before and frequently during your entire shift. As a hostess, you are often the first representative of Country Cookin' our guests encounter. It's very important that you look nice and have a pleasant, welcoming attitude. If you are busy helping guests at the cash register when new guests arrive, be sure to acknowledge new arrivals with a smile and let them know someone will be with them as soon as possible. When helping guests at the cash register, put the perfect end to their meal with your smile and attitude. Double-check that all went well for them, and involve a manager if they were unhappy with any part of their experience. Your attitude is especially important when something you don't know how to handle happens. If you are faced with a situation you are unsure of, or that could potentially be uncomfortable for the guest, it is very important that you handle it calmly, quietly, and with complete discretion. Find a manager and quietly explain or show them what you need help with. It makes guests uncomfortable if you shout for a manager's help. Under no circumstance should you ever yell to get a manager's attention or to let another staff member know you need the manager. Occasionally, you will see guests who carry special cards which entitle them to free or discounted meals. The band who sings our official song will show you a card that looks like this. You may also see cards from corporate staff members that look like this. Special promotion cards will vary. If you ever have a question, you should just tactfully get a manager's assistance. Never decline a card without a manager telling you to do so. We have a loyal customer program called Welcome Back Rewards. You should also ask guests when they arrive at the cash register if they will be using their loyal customer checks today, and be prepared to explain the program.
We know you're going to be a great addition to our family. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask your manager or trainer. We want you to feel comfortable and confident, knowing you can help guests create memories they will cherish for years to come.
Country Cookin', 'cause some food just makes you feel good.